Hey everyone, I'm Donovan, and in this video, I'm going to be making a hot dog stand on the iPad. So this video is actually a follow-up video to Matt's video where he made a hot dog. I thought it'd be a fun exercise to take inspiration from that video and make a hot dog stand. Now, unlike his low poly hot dog, I'm not going to make a low poly hot dog stand, but I'm going to do all of this on the iPad. Unlike my cohorts over here at SketchUp, I actually prefer modeling on the iPad as opposed to the desktop version. It's shocking, I know, but as someone that has an artistic background, modeling on the iPad is a lot more intuitive for me than trying to model on the desktop. Admittedly, about 99% of all the modeling I do in SketchUp is actually on the iPad. Now, of course, everything I'm going to be doing on the iPad, you can do on the desktop. So with that, let's get to it. So to get started, what I want to do is create a new document and then come in here with my first shape of just a rectangle. Now it's at this point that I have to make a confession. I've actually never bought a hot dog from a hot dog stand. So a lot of these dimensions I'm just going to be guessing off reference pictures. But for this, what I want to do is I want to come in here and I want to make this about 39 inches wide and about 55 inches long. All right, that's my basic shape. Come in here with my push-pull tool and bring it up, say about 3 feet. It's a nice general size to start. What I want to do is go ahead and hit my select tool, triple click, and then make a component. I'm going to name this cart and create. All right, so on this, we need a little place to put our hot dog buns, a little place to cook our hot dogs, a place for condiments, and then a steamer over here. So to start, what I want to do is come in here and edit this document. So double click. Now what I want to do is I'm going to make some guides. Me personally, I love guides. I use them all the time, especially here on the iPad. So I'm going to come in here, grab the tape measure from the edge. I'm going to go to the middle. Then I want to come up, let's say about 3 inches. And then from the side, it automatically locks to that distance. And then from this side, it locks to that distance as well. One more time. And now I want to split the difference in the middle. So I'm going to come over here. Let's do 1.5 inches on the other side. And now I have my sections. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to create a rectangle, go from that guide to this one, and then push pull. And I'm going to bring this down about 2 inches. Now I have my little tray, but you know what? I actually don't need this side to go all the way to the end. I want to bring that back a little bit. So I'm just going to push pull this face down, say about 9 inches. So now that I have this area, what I want to do is I want to come in here, get my tape measure, go to the middle again, automatically it snaps. And then I want to come over this direction, about 1.5 inches, let's say that. Now here's my guide. I want to make a circle from the center, pull it all the way out to the edge. Okay. Then my push-pull tool, grab it and bring it all the way over to this side. Now I do know that sometimes to heat up hot dogs, they have those hot rollers that they put them on, so that's what this is going to be. So now that I have one, I'm going to grab that, triple click. Uh-oh, I'm building this inside of my already existing geometry, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm going to keep my guides, but I am going to unselect from that. So now I'm outside of my component. I can come in here and make a new component. Grab that, push pull, all the way to the end. So now when I come back and triple click, 1, 2, 3, I've only have that selected and not the entire cart. So I'm going to make a component. We'll call this roller. I'm going to hit create, and there I've got one. I want to come in here and move, make a copy. We're going to grab this edge and move it over about 2.5 inches. Say 2.5, just so we're exact and not guessing. Hit enter. And now I want to make an array. I want more than just the one, and so I'm going to come up here again. Let's say 9 times, see if that's enough. Oh, Actually, that was one extra, so we'll just select that, and then we'll delete it. That isn't quite centered, so what I want to do is I want to come in here. I want to grab these, and I want to move them over so it looks like they're about centered. All right. Now that I got those, I got my rollers. That's a great start. All right, so next, what I want to do is I want to make a little display case up here. So using my guides, I'm going to grab the rectangle from that side to that, from that corner to that corner, and then bring it up. We're going to bring it up about 1.5 feet. So 1 foot, 6 inches. All right. Now I'm going to make this into a component. Make a component. We're going to call this, scratch that out, call this display. Hit create. All right, now to come in and edit a component, double click, and then I need my tape measure again. One thing that's great about the iPad is that if you want to move between tools, there's a really easy method. You just double tap, and it goes to the select tool, or if you double tap again, it goes to the tool that you were previously using. So with my tape measure, I'm going to come over, say about 7/8 of an inch. 7/8. And again, it locks to that distance, locks to that distance, locks to that distance. I'm going to come up here, go down to the middle, and then I want that distance to be the same. So from the middle, I'm going to come up 7/16, which is half of 7/8. And then again down, locks to that distance. Now I'm going to grab my rectangle tool. I'm going to go from that guide to that guide, and then again from this guide to that guide. Now, I want this top display to go all the way through. I don't want this bottom display to go all the way through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one more guide for myself. Again, come in here, and instead of 7/16, we'll choose 1/8, because I'm thinking that's about the thickness of the material that we're using. And so if I come in here with my push-pull tool, grab this bottom one, I'm going to snap it to that guide, and then I'm going to come in, grab this top one, push-pull, and I'm going to go all the way to the edge, which goes all the way through. So now I have my display up here that goes all the way through, and the bottom it stops at the edge of that material on the inside. Now, I don't need these guides anymore, so I can come in here, I can erase, erase. One more time. Click out of that, and now I have my little display right there, which is great. Now I've seen hot dog carts that have these steamer areas. So what I want to do is I want to come and make like a little steam tray. I'm going to do that with the arc. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to do a 2-point arc, go from this guide over to this guide, and then I'm going to bring it up. So we'll bring it up about 7.5 inches. That looks pretty good. Now, that's not a complete shape, it's just a line. So what I want to do is grab my pencil, go from that edge to that edge, and now I have my shape with a face on it. So what I can do is come over here, and I can grab my push-pull, come to there, snaps to my guide. So now I have a little bit, one of those trays that opens. Now I just need a handle. So I'm going to come up here, I'm going to grab my tape measure. What we're going to do is on this face, we're going to come up, let's say about right there. That's a good spot. And again, I want to come over from here. I want to split the middle to the very center. That's my center mark. But for this, what I want to do is I want to make half of the shape and then flip it to create the other half of the shape. So I'm going to come over here, make another guide for myself, let's say about 3 inches. All right, and then I'm going to grab the circle tool, bring it up, and then I'm going to grab my pen tool. I'm going to come out, say about 2.5 inches, and then I want to come over this direction. We want to snap to that edge right there. What I want to do is create a handle. So I'm going to grab the shape using the follow me tool, and then bring it up and over. Snap to that middle line, and I have half my handle. I'm going to go ahead, delete that. So now that I have half my handle, what I can do is I can come in here and I can select it, go over, grab the flip tool along this axis to that edge. Oh, accidentally flipped it. That's all right. Add a copy, select out of it. There we go. Don't need those guides anymore, so I can come in here, delete those guides, delete that guide. Now I have my handle. Since this is a hot dog cart, we do need wheels. What I want to do is utilize the 3D warehouse. So I'm going to come in here to 3D warehouse, and I want to look for casters. Hit search. That looks like a pretty good one, flat surface to go against our flat surface. So I'm going to click on it, download, and then bring it into my model. All right, I'm going to grab that corner, make sure it's on the move tool, snap it to that corner. I'm going to bring it down, say about 3 inches, and then over about 3 inches, and there we go. And now since I have one, I could utilize that flip tool again. Flip, we're going to make a copy. Grab this surface, snap to the middle. Now it's over on that side. I want to add, grab that. Now we're going to flip again, make a copy. We're going to grab this axis, snap it to the middle. Now we got our 4 wheels on the bottom. All right, so I want to make this handle for over here. And just like over here, what I want to do is I just want to start with the pencil tool. I'm going to draw a line. We're going to come out about 3 inches. We're going to come this way. It looks pretty good. And then from this point right here, we're going to make our circle from the center. I think I made the other one 5/8. Then we're going to go to the follow me tool. We're going to grab that shape and we're going to bring it out that way. Say about right there. Okay, now we're going to select tool, triple click this. What I want to do is I want to come back here and use the flip tool along this axis to that edge. Oh, forgot to make it, hit that. And now we have our handle. All right, we got our handle, we got our casters, we got our rollers, we got our display. One thing we do need is we need ketchup and mustard. So I'm going to come back to the warehouse. I'm going to look for ketchup and mustard. Search. That one looks pretty good to me. Let's click on that, hit download. Bring it into our model and we're going to place it over here. Now, those are ginormous, which often happens with 3D warehouse models, but that's all right. We'll come in here and we'll scale these down. There we go. Appropriately sized ketchup and mustard bottles. The last thing I need is an umbrella. Can't be a hot dog stand without an umbrella. I want to jump back into warehouse. We're going to search for umbrella. That looks like a good one right there. We're going to grab it, we're going to download it, and we're going to make sure that this is right in our hot dog stand. One thing I do want to add to this is materials. So let's go to bucket. I'm going to come over here for 3D warehouse. Let's say metal. Metal collection. Let's see what's in this one. Let's try like an aluminum type material. Let's try this one right here. So we're going to download that. We're going to download it. Now that I have it here, my paint bucket, come in here, put that on there. Great. On my lid, on my display case as well. Let's grab the handle. That handle. All right, and then I want a different material for the rollers. So let's go back into warehouse. Let's try this one right here. You know, looks like things have been cooking on it. We'll download that one as well. All right, so now that I have that, I want to come in here and I want to turn on my environment. Partially cloudy. All right, let's turn some shadows on. Yep, that's great. One thing I do want to do, we're going to come in here. All right, and we are going to change the angle of the sun a little bit. There we go, brighten up that front. Perfect. Okay, we got shadows from our sun that's shining on our cart stand. He's ready to get a hot dog, so am I, so let's do it. And there it is. I hope you liked this video, and if you made it to this point, leave a comment down below and let me know what are your favorite toppings on a hot dog. For me personally, mustard and relish every time. Regardless of your culinary preferences, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.